Hey everybody, my name is Naima, aka Nazi, and you're at tonight's uh, February 17th, Saturday, February 17th, 2024, Love and Relationship panel. I have a friend of mine who's coming in to join me, and of course, you know, understanding the meaning of love and what love means. All right, let's try this again. Rose of Buckingham. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I click the invite to you. Click it, send the invite to you. So it should pop up. You just have to click yes, and it should pop in. I'm like, oh man. Okay, hold on. Let's give it a minute or two or three or four, and we'll get to the bottom of this crazy flow. Okay, so it says that that I invited you. So you just have to click. All you have to do is click accept. It says accept. No, it should pop up. It might Lorena. It pops up on the in the comments. So if you look at the comments, it should say you've been asked to be invited, and a thing will pop up. Okay, so now. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? You send me the invites, and I'll invite you up. Not a problem. We're gonna make this work. Hey. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Yes. Okay, so I got it. Accept. So I accepted, so it should log in. There
Great.
we go. Finally.
Okay, I'm so sorry it took forever here.
It's okay, it's okay.
I was trying to, it's my first time, you know?
Hey, this is how it works, you guys. It's my first time for live. That's how you gotta do it. Okay, guys, so this is my coolest, awesome friend, Lorena. She is a single mom like I am, where we do shenanigans and everything. You know, like you gotta live life. You gotta do what you need to do. However, she's joining me to do the love and relationship panel. We're back for 2024. My last love and relationship panel was like, I think back in 2022. So it's been a while.
Mhm.
And, you know, the whole process of what love is, nobody knows what love is because we're all figuring it out. And
Little by little.
little by little, figuring out how it works, what it means, what's the jokes, what the foolishness is. And I think we're still trying to figure that flow. So, my friend, what is love to
Yes, how are
you? What does love mean to you, girl? You laugh.
love.
Not good.
Well, love is not just between two people, it's between friends, between neighbors, between family members, between a sister, a brother, between your kids and you. That is love to me. Love is not just with a partner, you know, love is understanding the person, loving them, because no one is perfect, you know. So
Mm,
you have to accept the person how they are, they have to accept you how they are, and you have to work at everything together in
mm.
order to succeed together, you know, like in every other relationship, not just with a partner, I believe. What do you think?
It's true. I believe that too. I think honestly, love starts within you first, because I think
Yeah.
I think that a lot of times, um, especially COVID time, because where people and realize how alone they really were, because you know, before COVID, it was the whole you go to work, you have a work crew, you have an outside crew, and then you have the family crew. So you have like three crews to kind of, you know, you have your little you safe zones. But COVID took away the safe zones. So it's like I think trying to scramble to find our own safe love zone that suits us. And I find that now more than ever, a lot of people don't know how to love themselves. Because, like what RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love someone else?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta work. Work
You
it,
gotta
girl.
work it, baby, work it now.
Yeah, that the loving in yourself is number one, because you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself enough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can admit to that. I was 300 pounds before, not ashamed to say it. I had the bariatric surgery, not ashamed to say it. And before, I did not love myself enough. I
Mm-hmm.
was in a relationship where I personally did not love myself, so I could not love and show the love that I could. I had to learn that, and it's sad. I had to learn that later on. And I did, and I started loving myself, starting working on myself, and then I met someone else, you know. So I think
Mm-hmm.
when you're happy within yourself,
Right.
that's when you shine, and you know, and your energy shines and it spreads to other people and it's contagious, and just people try to approach you more. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you don't love yourself, people approach you less. I believe so, and I don't know. What do you think?
No, I agree with that 100% because when you're cosmetic, it's a bright, vibrant. I think of everybody's personality, their auras, like paintings.
Mm,
And if their painting looks like it needs some work, right? It's like,
mhm,
would I be the one to go and fix it? Or would I be the one to add to it?
mhm, mhm,
Is the two, because I think a lot of us we forget that we can't be fixing people. It's not our job to fix people, but we can add to them. Maybe send some little wisdom and a little bit of love for them, just so they can it'll brighten up their world to change their mindset to something
yeah,
else. And thank you for sharing your story because I know it's not easy. I mean, I get it because when you go through, like, I was 200 pounds, like
mhm,
overweight. I did not love myself. I, I was just eating whatever, anytime, any place. I was sleeping all the time. It was to the point that I was even just going out with friends because I didn't care. Because I was like, whatever, just to kind of, if
fill
I
that
didn't
void.
exactly, well, not only the void, but to numb it. I didn't want to
Yeah,
feel. I didn't want to
mhm,
deal with it. I didn't want to confront it. Not realizing that that's what was stopping me from being my real version of me.
yeah,
Like, that's the
exactly.
part.
When you discover that, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm more than that. You know?
That's it. And you're like, I'm cool. So here's a story. I had to do an evaluation for work,
Mhm,
and we were given our package. We got to fill it out. We got to hand it into our head boss. The same day I received it, not even within the first 5 minutes, filled it, passed it. Everyone's like, "You already finished it?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "But don't you have any questions about you and your evaluation?" I'm like, "Why? I'm great. I'm good." What What do I need to know that I don't know? This is the part of evaluation. They tell me what I need to work on. I already know I'm
exactly.
good.
You
So
already
when
know
you,
what you need to work on.
of course, so it's like when people, and then when I hear, it's so funny though because usually when people say, "Oh, don't you have to write?" The comment was, don't you have to write it in to understand the questions,
Mhm,
and also you have to write down what you have to work on.
yeah.
Hearing them say that, this is where I was like, why? Usually comments like that will make my self-confidence go down. But instead of like thinking that way, my question was, why? Why do I need to, you know, why do I need to do that? What's the
Mhm,
purpose behind it? Right? If you already
yeah.
know yourself and you love yourself
Mhm.
and you're already confident with yourself, why? Why do I
Yeah,
have to
you know
doubt?
exactly. Exactly. You
Doubt.
know.
That's the key word there. So,
Well
I
said.
mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel it's it's your job, right? But at the end of the day, people don't realize I work in the healthcare field.
Which is a
And
very difficult field that you work in, let's say. It was very
exactly,
difficult,
it's
and
very
it's a job
difficult.
that a lot of people do, and I admire you guys, honestly, because you take
Appreciate it.
care of people and the things that you go through and everything, and it's a lot on you guys. I know that. Thank you for doing that job.
I appreciate that, Lorena. Thank you. It's not. And one of the things I realize is that if you're sick or
Mhm.
whatnot, you're easily replaced. They already found someone to replace you.
Absolutely. 100%. No one is
Mhm.
irreplaceable. Um, you think you are, but you're not. I mean, you think you're irreplaceable, but you are replaceable. Anyone is replaceable. And
Mhm.
sometimes, and sometimes, you're replaced,
Mhm.
and other good things happen. For example, I went on sick leave 2 years,
Mhm.
and I was working for a certain doctor.
Mhm.
And then when I
Mhm.
came back, I was told 2 weeks before that I was replaced. At first, of course, I was completely angry, but afterwards, it turned out to be a very good thing
Mhm.
because, as you said, I'm a single mom, and working in a team, which I have an awesome team, helps out. Especially when you need that, as a single mom, what you have to go through when you're
We need
working.
teams. We need our support system.
Yeah,
People don't realize how much of a support system we need. Mhm.
very much, because it's not like, like, I'm not saying that a mom that has a husband doesn't go through the same thing as us. No, we go through the same emotions and everything. It's just that
Mhm.
we as single moms don't have always that support within the family. So we have to go elsewhere and get that support. And you're part of my support. So thank you for that. You're part of my village.
You're mine. I appreciate you. And
Thank
the thing
you.
is like people, you guys don't even know, like the amount. I'm gonna laugh because it's so like now it's funny, but it's like but in the moment it's not. But the amount of tears this girl and I have, the amount of tears, we're like, what the hell? Anyways,
Sometimes
so
I think I'm emotionally imbalanced here.
no, no, no. We're sane because you know why? We're able to regulate our emotions in a safe space. A lot of
Yes.
people don't have that safe space. So us, it's great because it's like the next day, it's like, okay, shower. Okay, I'm good. And you go to work and you're like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, it's like
And
nothing. We have that moment where we're like, you wipe it, wipe it, wipe it. Like you said, shower, let's go. We got this. And the next day you're like, hello, are you okay? Yes, are you okay? Okay, we got this.
we're done. We got this. We got and it's so funny. It's like the whole Kardashian version. They're like, hold on. They get the little tissue. On that. Okay, I'm good. And you're like, what? How are you wiping your tears? Tell me the secret. They're magic. Oh my goodness. But let me tell you though, what was it? I I have a crush. It's like a crush that popped out of nowhere.
Ooh, tell me
And
more.
oh my god, no, let me tell you. Hey, Omar, what's up, man? I have a crush. It's bothering me. Why? Because creeped on me out of nowhere, and it was unexpected. And I was like, I don't want this crush.
Those are the best, eh? You don't expect them and they
I
just
don't want
creep
it.
in.
No, because I think it's because in my mindset, I'm like, at first I was like, I don't want this crush. I really don't.
Let,
Because I'm like, I don't have
let
time for
yourself be
this.
loved, no?
I I
Let,
know, I know. I think right now I'm just frustrated with it because um I don't even like I'm already thinking of the worst and it's not good, you guys, because come on. Me, I love to talk about love and say love is this, but I have a hard time accepting it into my life.
mm,
What they call it, opening and receiving love with your hearts. So, oh my God, sorry guys, my nose is running too. I caught a cold. I'm
no,
officially
sorry.
sick.
My lips are dry, so I gotta moisturize them lips.
I'm like trying
I'm
to. So,
sorry.
I have a question. So, what do you do when you have a crush? What do you do? In the past, whenever I had a crush, I would go up to them and tell them how I feel. Backfired on me so bad, especially high school. I thought, be brave, girl, do it. I got rejected so bad that I never ever told him that I had a crush on him ever. Because I was
Oh,
like, because it was
so
such a bad experience.
so
It was
wait a
such a
minute.
bad experience.
This person doesn't know you had a crush on them?
The one I have a crush on now,
Yeah.
yes. He doesn't know.
Oh,
He
okay.
does
Let's keep
not
it quiet.
know. Yeah. That's
Hello.
why I'm being like,
If
that's
maybe
what I'm
he's
being.
online. Hello. No,
No,
he's not online.
he's not online. No. He is not online. No, no, no. No. One thing I will say is he normally doesn't come on my live. Done. So this is
Okay.
how I watch someone pops in online. I'm like, damn it. No, no, it's not him. Omar there is my brother. My brother from another
No,
mother.
no, no. I hope Omar doesn't think that I was talking about him. Hello,
No, no,
Omar.
he knows. He knows. He's
Hello,
cool. He's cool.
Waterfall.
No, no, he's cool. He's cool. He's cool. He's cool. Um, and no, but the thing is that crushes are hard though, because what do you do with the crush? And also, when you have a crush, do you feel love or do you feel lust? Is it the fact that you want this person, or is it the fact that you're like, I don't know why I'm caring about this person?
Yeah, for
You know?
me, it's a little tingle inside, and I'm wondering, is that person going to ask me out? Yes or no? Yes or no? It depends on the person.
Yeah.
For example, a person that I know, I had to, talking, very nice person and everything. I had to ask him out because else it was never going to happen. I called him up. I said, hello, you. So you and me, we're going to date or what?
Oh wow, I love
And,
that.
and apparently he was in the garage and he dropped his tire. So he was in shock
Okay,
and
go
he's like,
girl.
yes. So I
I
don't know.
love
I'm
that.
forward. I'm forward. If you can't tell me anything and I see you like ha, 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 and giggling and talking to me, I'm gonna ask you straight up. Hello, what are we
But you
doing?
see,
I'm
that's true.
43. I don't have time to waste. You know.
No, but you know what? It's true. I'm 39. I'm like, yo, let's go. I mean, there was this guy that I met 7 years ago or 4 years ago? I can't remember. Oh no, it was like 3.5, 4 years ago.
Mhm,
Yes. We met one time. We had a 4 hour conversation. I had to go. Fantastic conversation.
mhm,
We bumped into we bumped into each other last year, and then we started talking. I was like, oh, I have to go. I went home. Something told me go back. I was like, why did I go back? I went back
mhm.
and I was like, and then he's looking at me. I'm looking at him and I'm like, and then he looked at me again. I was like, girl, just say it. And I'm like, so you want to change numbers? And he's like, yeah. He
Yeah,
was
because
so
some
like
guys are
excited.
shy. Eh? Some guys are shy.
They are.
Guys out there, don't be shy. Okay,
Don't
if you
be
like the
shy.
girl,
We're, yeah.
don't waste the opportunity because you know what? I've had people tell me in the past, like 10 years ago, oh, I liked you in high school. Like, hello, why the hell did you not tell me in high school? I liked you in high school. But I'm a girl. You're
Oh,
supposed to come and tell me? It happens. And a lot of people lose good opportunities
mm,
with people just because you're afraid to lose that friendship because you're
it's
afraid of
true.
being rejected.
Mm,
You understand?
mm,
And
mm.
it's difficult to put yourself out there, especially as a young boy. How do you do that? I think
And,
of your
mm-hmm.
son, of my son, like how are they going to handle that later?
Yeah, I think
I'm saying, oh,
I think my son's pretty good. I'm not too stressing with him now.
good for
Um,
you.
I know,
Mine is 6. I don't even want to think
I
about
know you still got time. Embrace it. You got 6 years. You got six
it.
years.
I'm gonna fight those girls out. No, no.
Listen, I'm trying, but these girls are like, "Ooh, ooh," and I'm like, you should have seen my face. I had like pure disgust. I'm like, no,
Especially with the new curls he has. Hmm.
you're right. Oh my god! And he knows. He's like, yeah. The whole little, and he does the whole. What? I was like, what is that face? But apparently, it's a new trend for their generation,
Oh.
right? So, but but I feel like this younger this crew,
Hmm.
they have no fear. They have no fear. They go and they just go. Like all these kids from 12, 13, whatever, 14, 15, no
Hmm.
fear. They like someone, they go right up. And I was like, this is not my generation? Why we never had this?
Generations are changing. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
tell you, for example,
So,
okay, I'm 43, you're 39, so we're basically in the same group, right? But
right.
I work in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
so I work in a department where I have residents and, they're all in their 20s and whatever. And I hear these stories that now people in their 20s are changing. For example, this mother was telling me a story about her daughter going on a date with a guy, and her daughter is very independent and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And the person is trying to invite her, and she's like, "Oh, but I don't need this, but I don't need that, and I don't need that," because she's so used to half
Right.
half. And I told her, tell your daughter to let the man be a man, because he's 25. This is the new generation that's trying to change, that's trying to come back, I think, to what, it was courting a girl,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh
and
yeah,
and
back in
and
the
that,
day, yes.
yeah, and that's nice when you court your girl. It's not like, okay, I have my girl, and okay, well, I have you, I don't need to, do anything for you. No, you still need
You
to
still
do
need to put the
things.
work in, man.
You
You still gotta put
know
the work in.
time. It's like my mom always say, "Oh, the guy buys the cow, so he has the milk. He don't have to." What is it? No,
I think you
what's
butchered
the expression again?
this. I think you butchered this expression. I'm just saying. Um,
That's right. It's in. I'm thinking in Spanish. It's not
oh,
coming
and
out
you're
in English, but
translating it. That's fair. It doesn't come out right. It's close enough.
exactly.
Yeah, fair. That makes
But
sense.
like when you have, what is it? You milk the cow or something, and you don't have to buy the cow or whatever. You get me?
I do get you, but the thing is, I think our guests on here don't get the expression we do because we've been friends for years. So it's like we get it, and they're like, "What is she talking about? The cow of what?" And it's like, I think I get it. It's like I give up. Anyways, we'll just move on from the cow thing. Anyways, but I get it. So what you're trying to say is like, men. Um, I'm trying to really rephrase this in a way that makes sense, but it does not actually. Um, Men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, what I'm going to say, women don't
Mm-hmm.
have such high expectations of men.
Yeah.
And men, please be honest and don't say what we want to hear.
Yes,
That's a
exactly.
big one because it's like we don't want to hear, yeah, I'll do this for I don't care for that.
Mm-mm.
I'm done. I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
We're finished. We're not high school. We're like, you're so cute. Like, let's go. We're
Yeah,
not there.
exactly.
We're past that. It's more like what is it that you're gonna add to my life? What is it that you're
Exactly.
gonna add to my
Are
life?
you gonna add
Okay, I'm gonna come home.
headaches, or are you gonna add good things?
Good things like deep conversation, snuggle time, uh, you know,
Deep
um,
walks in the
you know,
beach. No, we have no beach, but
okay,
you
listen,
get me. Deep walks
listen,
in the forest.
in the forest, man. I have no time. Listen, girl, I don't have time for the beach, man. Who wants to walk on the sand filled with shit? Like,
I
please,
love
I'm
the
being honest.
sand.
I don't. I like the forest. I just found
I'll
out
take
there's
you for
sand
a walk
fleas in
at
the
Mont
beaches.
Royal. How about that? We'll go for a walk at Mont
You
Royal.
you know what's up in Mumbai? There's people who sleep up there. I didn't even realize.
Really?
Like, no, but one of the biggest things is that men have to please don't say what we want to hear. We don't care for that.
No.
Stop it. We just want you the whole idea is that if a woman wants to date you
Mhm.
or a man or
Mhm.
non-binary, okay, whatever your preference is, be
Yeah.
yourself. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Be yourself. Just be
And
yourself. Because the
And especially if you're dating a single mom, don't try to over impress us, because I'm gonna tell you something. We have everything already. So if you're in our lives, it's because we want you in our lives. You complement our lives. You understand?
this is
But
it.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, we don't need everything because we already handle everything. But you complement our lives, and that makes us happy. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Well said, girl. Well said. And this is it. Because it's like, what is it that, like, don't be extra.
Yeah.
Don't be
Exactly.
extras. And those men out there who dated single moms or women out there who dated single dads, bravo. Right?
Yes.
They needed that extra support. And also, please remember, as single parents,
Mm-hmm.
we already know how to be great parents. We're
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. We know how to be a great friend. We're fantastic. But when it comes
Yeah.
to being a great woman or a great man
Mm-hmm.
or wherever your preference is, we're struggling
Yeah.
because because it's the experience of where we had we did not have positive experiences. and we are learning from it,
Which is
and we are letting go.
difficult.
It's very difficult, and we're letting go of the baggage. We're setting on, and we work on the self-healing to become better versions of ourselves. Give us a lot of patience and give us grace.
Oh, and you gotta find someone with patience for real.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless
100%.
people with patience.
100%.
Because whoever knows me knows the real me, and I'm a very nice person, but you need patience with me, especially with the trauma I had, you know. But I'm working on it, and I've gotten way better. And all the, like you said, all the people who date the single moms and fathers,
Mm-hmm.
I thank you very much, because not only us as single mothers have gone through the trauma, also the other half that was with us in the trauma also went through trauma. So that person also, while they're dealing in a relationship, they're going through their issues. So the
Mm-hmm.
person that's beside them, thank you for that, because they help, you understand? And especially when you have children that you share,
Mm-hmm.
it's a great help. I'm not gonna deny it. The person that the father of my children have, I thank her honestly, because
Oh,
when my kids
I
go
love that.
there, no, I we don't speak at all or anything, you know, because circumstances. But one thing
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful of is that when
Sorry,
those kids go there,
mm-hmm.
she takes good care of them. They're baking, watching movies and whatnot. So I'm grateful for her. Honestly, I'm grateful for the
Sorry,
person I
seriously.
have,
Mm-hmm.
because the way he treats my children also,
Mm-hmm.
it's a thing. It's difficult. As single mothers, you know how difficult it is, you know, to date, how to date us. We have homework with the kids. We have PPO meetings.
Oh
We
my
have this meetings.
God,
There.
you
We
guys.
have so much in our plate that sometimes we question, like, how are you dating us? Like, you sure you want to date us? Because we have a
It's
lot
like
in
we're
our
hella
plate.
crazy. And we're
Yeah, you know.
literally we're we're hella crazy. We're hella crazy. So it's like, and I think one of the questions I always get asked a lot is, when do you sleep? And I was like,
I
let
don't
me
know.
think here. Hold up.
Maybe three,
Let me check.
4 hours a day. I don't even know how I make it with plenty of cafe lattes, you know.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
yeah,
go to
you do.
work, just to tell you, I go to work and I look at my coworkers, I go, so I haven't slept. I'm going to have a coffee and I'll be right back. And then I have my coffee and then I'm like, hello, how may I help you? Yes, 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 yes. And I'm there. You understand? But
But
yeah,
this
hours
is
of sleep
this is it.
don't happen. As a single
No,
mom, as a mom in general, I think don't happen.
but this is what I do on my day off. Literally, you guys are gonna laugh. My day off is like getting up. My son goes. We're having breakfast, and then get him to school. Get home. Literally, mind you, I'm in my pajamas. Why would I put on regular clothes, first of all, to drop my kid off? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay in my pajamas. So when I get
Exactly.
home, I just go, ha! And I'm in the covers, and I'm great. I say, okay, set the alarm for 1 o'clock, and I go right to sleep.
You and me. How many times have I walked with my bonnet outside? I don't care who looks at me, and people look at me like, "Oh, she okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just dropping my kids. Goodbye. I'm going back to bed."
But this is it, and it's one of the things I don't like is, it's not everywhere. It's only few places where mom are judging moms. I don't like that. Listen, if we're in our PJs and we're sweatpants and we're not dressed up, leave us alone. We're having our
Exactly.
moment. Leave us alone. Leave us.
Yeah, say hi, because you never know. Maybe the mom in pajama, she might need a hi from someone, you know? You
Mm-hmm.
never know what she's going through, you know? Just say hi, don't judge
100%.
us.
That's it. And just say, hey, have a great day. And you're like, yes, thank you for that. I need.
Exactly.
Yes.
Give her a compliment, a simple compliment. You know how far it goes to people? Like
I
when
know, especially the
I
weight,
see,
everything.
exactly,
Mhm.
when I see another mom and I see something, I'm like, hey, you know what? Hey, nice hair, nice coat. Nice, just a little
A
compliment can
little
make a
bit. And
difference in someone's
this
day.
is it. We need more love for moms, you guys, for parents. Like, we need to acknowledge one another with so much positive and so much light, because everybody's struggling.
Yeah.
It's not only you.
Hmm.
Everybody's struggling. And I think this is also, I have to tell like a few of my coworkers, not all of them, just one or two, that, oh my God, nobody cares about me. Nobody's focusing on me at work. And I'm like, so what about us?
Hmm.
That was all I said. What about what do you mean? Don't we have lives too?
Exactly. We
Right?
do.
What don't we? What we do is important too. So I always
Mm-hmm.
have to remind them, saying, "Listen, like one of the things I've always said, and I'm also teaching my son too.
Mm-hmm.
Never use the word hate if you don't like someone. Just say, I don't like them at this moment. Maybe they're going through something. I'm going to
Yes,
leave them be and leave them
that's
be.
that's right.
This
That's
is
what
it.
I tell the kids.
Mhm.
Hate is a big, strong word.
It's strong.
Never, don't use that
Mhm,
word. Say
mhm, mhm,
dislike, but never use the word hate. You're right.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I feel like that word should be banned because I'm like, why? Because words have power. So it's like, why would you say something like that to someone without understanding them, right? And then this comes down to parents, right? The moms and whatnot in the mornings. This comes down to kids. This comes down even to when you're going to a store or whatnot,
Uh-huh.
right? Sorry, you guys. My nose is running.
You're,
I
you're
can't
getting
today.
sick.
I
Hey, I'm
am.
gonna make chicken soup. I can bring you some tomorrow. Sorry.
I would love chicken soup, but I don't like chicken soup. I
Oh,
really don't. No, out of all my siblings, everyone, like a lot of my siblings like chicken soup. I never liked chicken soup.
really?
I tried many years. I
No.
couldn't do it.
So what kind of soup do you like?
Me? I like the one my mom makes, so homemade Somali soup.
Oh, well, I can't make that. Sorry. You're gonna call your
It's
mom.
okay, but your heart's in the right place. I'll take the intent of love and I'll keep it.
There you
So
go.
it works out perfectly. Oh my God. So, what do we do? Okay, here's a question I like to ask because I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I really don't know with you. This is a good question to ask you.
Ooh,
Um,
you're
what
putting me on
are
the
your love
spot there.
languages?
Oh, okay. I'm a very touchy-feely person. You know, I like hugs. If you don't hug me, I feel unloved. I don't know what it is. It's
So the
weird.
physical touch. Okay. Okay.
They call touch and acts of service. It's weird. Acts of service. Like if you pick up my grocery from the floor, I'm like, oh, I love you. You know, I don't know. No, but acts of service is one thing, and touch, affection. Also, the one where you say positive reinforcement, the positive
Uh,
words.
words of affirmation. Yeah.
Yes, those three are my love
Oh
languages.
shoot. And me,
Which
it's only two. I got two.
ask for too
Active
much, I
service.
guess.
No, it's active. Because for me, active service, I think it's because of the way I was raised too, like traditional African household, where like my mom be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" You know, and then it's like, and you think she's mad at you. She's like, "Oh, I made your favorite dessert," and I was like,
Oh,
"What
you
does
mean
that
like
mean?"
Salvadorian mothers? Yes, I love you, mom. Don't be mad at me.
They never say "I love you." They make your favorite food. That's love. That was their way of saying "I love you."
Yeah. Or they would never apologize to you and just here, this is yours,
That was sorry.
just like you
Sorry
said.
too. Yeah. That's. I think it's every immigrant family. Damn, that's all of us. So, it's so active service and quality time.
Mm,
Those are my two because I feel like I could be in a room. I remember an ex I dated like years after. What was it? I think it was one
hmm
of the first ones I dated. We were sitting in the living room together,
hmm
few hours, not one word, but we are just comfortable. So it was like I was reading my book and he was sending an email out, quiet, and I
Yeah,
was so content with that.
because you can be in the same room
Hmm.
and not just, you don't have to talk 24/7 because some people think that being in the same room, you have to have a whole conversation. No, just like you can do two things at the same
Hmm.
time. You understand? And
Hmm.
if the other person's okay with it, it's okay. But some people are not okay. Years ago, I dated someone where, so I got ADHD mild, so
Is
I
this
tend to do
is
things.
this is this like real or is it self-diagnostic? It's a diagnostic or
No, it is.
diagnosis.
It is. They listen. She said I can go on the pills if I want to. I don't want to because it takes out my personality. And until now, I was diagnosed 6 months ago. Until now, listen, I've dealt with my life and everything. If I organize myself, I am fine. I'm learning with therapy, and also, I'm beginning to do CBT therapy. which is gonna teach me my trains of thoughts and everything. So it's
Cognitive
gonna help me out. You know?
behavioral therapy. Yeah. I'm actually doing my certification for that.
I believe everybody should be in therapy, okay?
No, no, but I'm
or
doing my
or
certification for
self
that.
self books are very good
Yes.
because it's essential. You know, it's essential because we're not all perfect. I read books when I was pregnant with my kids. I read a book that of psychology from the age of 0 to 5, and you know what? I applied it to my kids. And I think that's why they are the way they are with me. They're open with me. They can tell me things.
Mhm.
Um, I come from a culture which is Latin American, which is basically like African. You
We're,
know that
we're
if we
similar.
did something
Hmm.
wrong, or
Or the chapa.
yeah, or
In
if
Somali, it was called the Somali was called the das, and I was like, "What the? Oh my god! I should send you this TikTok video of these moms, all from all different parts of the world, everywhere.
oh, thank-
All of them have a different name for the flip flop, and they made it into yeah, and it was like they did the Power Ranger thing,
la
and they
pantufla, la
they're like
chancla.
transform, and they put it together, and it came to as like a ball,
Yo,
and it was like
this
whipping. Yeah,
Yeah, we used to get a lot of things, but you know what? It's our culture. Our parents grew up like
yeah,
that. They didn't know better. They did what they did. I'm not
in that moment.
blaming any
Yeah.
parents. My parents are great. They're great to me and everything. But it's funny to talk about it because even if you mention it to them, they're like, did I do that? No, I didn't. Most parents say that. I'm like,
Or they
yo,
give you that look,
I have trauma because of that. No, just kidding.
or they look at you. They're like my mom.
Mm-hmm.
If I brought it up, she's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Okay, cool, man. No worries, mom." No, but it's so funny though, because there's like little conversations and things. I know with my mom when it came to love and stuff. I grew up not talking about that at all because it was more like you don't know anything about love. And I realized like when I was younger, I was upset with my mom about it because I was like, why would you say that? But then I realized it's because coming from an old school culture where it's arranged marriage or it's usually the family. Sometimes it was like you chose, but um they kind of nudged you, so it wasn't really arranged. It was more like, oh, try talking to him. But they know the family. They're like, we know the family. Like, they're very nice. Try if you don't, right? So my mom and my dad like picked each other, but it was kind of like arranged. But it was like, it was like an older generation type of vibe. So now, like, my family, everybody's like marrying someone of a different culture, even though they're African, but from a different country.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like, what an odd,
How
like,
it
it's just,
changed.
right? Like, for me, like, my son's dad is French Canadian, My sister, her husband is from Rwanda. And it's like, you hear all these different, and I'm like, wow, what kind of, like, they're probably thinking, well, we're happy we have our grandkids, but what kind of blended? How did the
And
family
when
become
your
such a
kid is
blend?
gonna marry someone, who knows what it'll become. Races, they change, eh?
I know,
Like
it's true.
it's
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 true.
amazing. It's amazing.
I
It's
think,
like in
mhm.
my case, there's some black in my family, and then there's some El Salvadorian, there's some this and some that. And then I got with someone that was black, so my kids are half black. So if they marry someone, let's say they go and marry an Asian person, my
It's
whole
like, oh,
race
you
has
already got
changed.
three generations of different
Because
cultures right there.
the Asian next generation, who knows. I would love that. I love General Tao.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah.
not right. No, but you know what? I'm
My
realizing
daughter,
we broke
no,
the
you know
mold.
why I say that? Because my daughter's in love with the Asian culture a lot. She has an obsession with anime, Asian food, Asian culture. So in my mind, I already made up my mind. Her husband's going to be Asian.
Listen,
She
I
was.
understand her life. That was my life. My mom even told me, she's like, I think your past life was Japanese. I said, you know what? It makes a lot of sense, mom. Like, there's a lot of things that made sense and that adds up. Because even my mom, she was, but I understand what you mean, though. Did I marry an Asian guy? No. I went the opposite.
I
But
don't
I
know,
think, but this is it. But I think our generation, we broke the mold. We broke
Yeah.
the mold and saying love is love at the end of the day. So our
Yes.
generation You know, like our future generation, they know love is love. Like, I mean, I still tell my son, like, please be mindful, like, you know, because one of the biggest things I say that is, you guys, is because um, some people may not be open-minded to
No.
accept culture and to embrace someone else's culture. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why I say it. You can, when you meet someone and they embrace your culture just as you embrace their culture and religion, that's when it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna work. But if someone has like, will tell you, oh, I want to do it, and then after that they start resisting and start making fun of like your cultural foods and, you know,
No.
different things, and laugh, this is not your
Yeah.
person. This is not your
Exactly.
person. So this is where I tell my son, be mindful, because you want to make sure that the person you're with, that
Mm-hmm.
they embrace you
You
fully,
and your
because you're
culture and your family. Very
100%.
important. Those three things.
And
Without
that's
those
so important.
things, a relationship cannot succeed in
It's not
love.
going to work.
It's
It's going
not
to be
at
so
all.
much conflict, so much conflict.
Mhm. You
But I
have
think
to
their
embrace, like you
generation.
said, you have to
Mhm,
embrace the other person's culture.
mhm,
You have to
mhm,
try, you know, like,
mhm,
you know, I know a person that was dating another person.
mhm,
Well, no, they're still
mhm,
dating. And he
mhm.
wanted to learn Spanish, so he didn't say anything, right? So
Oh,
as the woman tells me the story, she opens up her Netflix.
okay.
She finds out that Dora's been playing, and she's like, "Well, I don't know. What do you mean, Dora? My kids saw Dora." So she turns around. She's like, "Have you given my password to anyone that watches Dora?" And the guy starts laughing, and you're like, "Wait a minute, why are you laughing?" He's like, "I'm learning Spanish with Dora." So you see, he's embracing your culture without telling you, and he's being quiet. Such an awesome person, honestly,
No,
for
but that's
doing that.
amazing. It works out so well though, right? With that, because then it's, yeah. I think I had a struggle with my ex-husband with that, because learning somebody, like at the beginning he wanted to learn, and I was teaching him slowly, and I said, okay, be mindful of this word and all this, and then after a while he just stopped. And when we
Well,
had the
because
separation,
he wasn't really interested.
no,
I dated
he
someone that at
wasn't.
the beginning started, and he
No,
wasn't
but
really interested.
but this is
You
it.
know.
And I think I should have been mindful, because it's even started before, like planning the wedding and whatnot, where I was like, oh, let's do it in a park, let's do it this. No, let's do it inside of a, you know, let's do it over here. And I'm like, no, let's do it in a park, because it's, you know, but like for me, I wanted to wear, like, okay, Somali culture for weddings. We
Mm-hmm.
don't wear white. White is if someone dies.
Really? So,
Yeah,
what color do you wear?
we wear
I'm curious.
no, but we wear red, because red, or you wear other colors to identify, like something new, like it has to be something like
Red
earth
is so
colors, like
fiery. What does is
red,
red versus yeah?
green.
Wow.
Red is wedding. White is death. So when like here I'm hearing, no, no, let's wear white, and I'm like, and me, I'm already
I'm like, I'm
thinking
not
like,
dying.
it's like, this is bad luck. Like we don't wear white. It's bad luck. So I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it, but I was like, okay, I'll compromise. So I got off white. I felt so uncomfortable wearing it, because I'm like, I'm disrespecting myself. But that was a start of a spiral, like list of endless problems, because it was like always
Like
compromising. And that's when I
you
was
would
realizing,
see it, but you still didn't see it at the beginning, right?
exactly, because it was like, you know, because I
Because you're
thought
blinded by
when you,
love, you know,
that's
blinded by
it.
love and potential sometimes, you
But
know.
that's not only that, but it was just more of the compromise aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I care about this person. I'm going to put my ego aside, and because this is compromise, we're going to compromise. But I realized there was no way in this whole conversation was there any compromise. And that's when I went, wait a minute. There's no
Both people have
compromise.
to compromise, not just
This
one
is,
person in the relationship. Both have to meet
mhm,
halfway.
mhm,
Because, like you
mhm,
said, if just one person is compromising always, it's
mhm.
not going to work out. As simple as that.
No,
It's going to be a
100%.
disaster at the end. No, no, no. You have to meet
No,
halfway always.
that's true. But when you don't, but I lacked the experience of relationship and what love was and what it is in a relationship or getting married to someone. I didn't know. I
And you
wasn't
learn.
knowledgeable. I learned now. Now I know. Now I know what
Now
I
you see
want.
now you see the red flags, from far,
The red flag. What red flag? I smell it.
You
I
see
smell
red
it.
flag, you're like, no, no. I'm a crafty mom, as you can see.
Listen, but listen, this younger generation is the one coming up with all these words. I had someone tell me, "Oh, did the guy ghost you?" I said, "Shit, the man died."
Oh yeah, when they stop answering to your texts and what is it? Stop answering to your texts and your phones and everything. You're like, wait a minute, where did you
He
go?
became Casper. That's what they said. So I said, so he became Casper. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I liked Casper, but nobody knows where he was, so it makes sense. So then little things, and then they're like, if what was the other one? Hold on, there's ghosting. There's oh my God, this generation, they come up with so many labels and so many oh my God, I can't keep up. There's ghosting, there's like narcissist
Well,
behavior,
oh yeah,
there's
I think
what
everybody
else?
thinks that everybody dated a narcissist now. It's this thing now. Do you see that online? Everybody's
Yeah,
yeah. Well, some are narcissists, some have
some
traits of
are,
narcissists,
and
but you can't just put everyone in the same category.
you
You
can
know?
because because people don't realize there's narcissists and then
Hmm.
there's unintentional narcissists where they don't realize they're doing it,
Hmm.
but once you tell them, they start working on themselves.
Yeah.
Narcissists, doesn't matter how much you tell them, they still deflect on that shit back on you and going, "You're the problem, you're the issue," and then you're like, "Am I going
Yeah.
crazy? What is happening?"
Mhm.
Because trust
Mhm.
me, my head was hurting after a while. I was like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, a real narcissist will invent stories for other people to believe them stories. And those people actually believe them stories. That's a real narcissist. It's a shame. But like you said, a narcissist the other way, when you tell and point the stuff, they change. Sometimes
They
it's the
change
way
for the better.
they yeah, it's the way they grew up and they don't know better, because you grew up with a mother that is a narcissist herself. So you as a child,
Mhm.
you're absorbing that energy and everything, and you're learning those traits,
Right.
and you grow up and you just reproduce those traits, and sometimes it's not in you, you're just reproducing those traits, and if you change the person
Mhm.
that you are, you can become better, you can
A
become
hundred
better.
percent. 100%. And that's the part where you got where the learning comes in, the growth, the personal growth, the spiritual growth. Once you start, but those ones who haven't learned, they're gonna keep repeating that same lesson over and over again. Date someone, figure out, oh, they're too much trouble, dump them, go back, go to another person, date them. It's always the endless cycle until they
Yeah,
learn from that experience,
yeah.
which is not good for them. Mm-mm.
No, not good. And until they learn, they won't change, like you said. Yeah, it is a shame, but it is what it is. Sorry.
We love because
You and
there's
I understand each other, right?
we get it because we went through shit and back, and we just laugh now because we're like, how? Why did we did this to ourselves?
Survived. Honestly, thank you so much for being there. Honestly, you're part of my team. A lot of you and a lot of girls were a part of my team, but especially you, because at one point I wasn't doing well. And I thank you for still sticking beside me, even though I exploded. You know, the thing that we had. I was overwhelmed. There was a lot
I
of
still
things.
love
I
you,
was
girl.
going through court. I thought they were going to take away my kids, lies everywhere. My dad's health, my health. I thought I was dying. Thank God I wasn't. All the tests cleared up. I,
Mhm.
I was so happy about that. So I had a lot that time, and I thank you for being there. And you
Always,
gave me
girl.
my space. You retrieved yourself. You gave me my space for me to recompose myself and come back to my, normal state. So thank you very
Hey,
much.
no, but you know what? I'm thankful that you and I we stayed friends for so long, and I'm thankful for you because you're part of my team too. So, and it's like one of the things people don't realize, you guys, like what Lorena was saying in the beginning, is relationship and love. It's not only for people to date and your partners; it's also friends and families because this is where people don't realize when you have a disagreement or argument or a fight with a friend, this is a make or break moment. You have to ask
Yeah.
yourself, right? It's a make or break. You have to ask yourself, is this person, you have to go through the whole list and say, okay, this person is going through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What is it this person need from me in this moment? And what is it that I need to do to give her what she needs, and also
Yeah.
for me not to react as well, right? That's the hard
Oh
part because
yeah.
we're human nature. We're gonna react, you know.
That's
So
it.
you know,
You know, spicy Latina here, you know. I tend to overreact a bit, but that's just me, you know.
and
Those
the
who
thing
love
is,
me
me
love
and
me, those who don't
we always
don't.
do. The thing is with me and Lorena, we we're like opposite. So she's like fiery and whatnot. I'm fiery, but I'm also down, and I
Yeah.
usually think through a lot of the things. So when she's like, nah, and I'm like, okay, what's up, girl? Like,
So I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, so she like calms me down because you see, in every relationship, you can't have too fire. You know, when you have too fire, oh my God, I was in a relationship where he wanted to be the man, and well, I was the woman already, but he wanted to be the
you want to
man.
be the
So
boss.
you
You
know,
want to be the
it
boss.
was very difficult. It was explosive. But when you have someone that's like me, and then you have someone that's calm like you in our relationship, or me with the person that I'm with, he's super calm and patient. This fiery tends to go down, you understand, and tends to see things differently and adapts to her, to the surroundings, you know. And I'm fiery, but I'm way less fiery than before, though. But I am still.
She's still fiery. She's still fiery. But the thing is that she hypes me up when there's days like I'm like this, and I'm like in my mind because there's times I get stuck in my mind because I have so many things I'm focusing on that I forget to do little things. So she hypes me up. She's like, "You got this. Let's go. We can do." I'm like, "Yeah,
And
yeah."
then you
And
do
then
the same. So yeah, it works out.
it works are great. So I was like, okay, I got this. And then at time, I have to remember why I didn't get hyped up like for what now. So,
Remember
but
that
that's
time
but that's
you babysat my kid, and I was so
oh yeah,
stressed. You babysat Terrell, and I came there. You had a smoothie for me. You had food for me. You had something packed for me. You know, I came home and I cried. I don't know if I
yeah,
told you this. Yo, I
dude.
cried
And
out of
I was like,
happiness.
Mama, don't worry.
I was like, oh my God, someone loves me and is helping me. And it's like, as a mom, as a single mom, you're so focused on work, school, homework. You have no
Mhm.
time to breathe that you don't see what you have outside sometimes. And when you sit down and you're like, wait a minute, this person helped me, and this person, just little things, just, hey, Lorena, you want me to pick up groceries for you? You
That's
know,
it.
or little things that you can do for a single mom. By the way, people that out there, you have single mom friends, pick up the phone and ask her how she is, because there's moments that she needs to talk. There's
That's
moments that
it.
she needs help. She might need you just
Hmm.
to go get her milk for her kid. You know, pick up that phone, send a text to your friend, because it's difficult.
Exactly.
Because I've been talking to a lot of moms, and a lot of moms who have brand new babies tell me, you know, when I'm pregnant, everybody's around. Everybody wants to see the baby. Everybody talks about the baby and everything. And then all of a sudden, this baby comes. The first 6 months, everybody's like, "Oh, the baby, the baby, the baby!" And guess what? After that, bloop,
Nobody's there.
nobody's there.
Nobody
Nobody's there.
yeah, nobody sees like the struggles, nobody sees the hardship or whatnot. And it's amazing. But one of the things I wanted to add into that, Lorena, is that if there's a single parent and you're mad because they didn't call you back, don't be mad at them. They are
Don't be
having a
mad at
moment.
them.
They're
Yeah.
focusing on priorities. You at that moment, don't take it
Don't
personal.
take
It means
it personally.
that's it. Don't take it personal because you know why? They'll call you when they have a moment. This is where when Lorena said, call them and said, "Yo, you okay? What's going
Exactly.
on with
And you
you?"
know those
So
invites that you invite them, and you know that they're like, oh, well, I'm going to see if I get a babysitter. Oh, well, I'll see. Well, I'll see. Don't stop. Because there's going to be a moment that that person will get a babysitter and that person will be there. You
I know
understand?
You
But
did that with
don't
me, I remember. You're like, let's go to the comedy show. I'm like, I can't. I got this. You're like, let's go. I was like, shit, I'm actually free. Let's go.
that's
Let's,
it, you
you
know?
know?
That's why, don't ever stop inviting your single mothers, even your mothers. Like honestly, don't stop inviting them because they need that. Even just, hey, you know what? Want to go for a coffee? Just a little thing. Think about
This
those
is
moms. They
it.
need you.
But this is
They
it.
need you.
Like I think there's times like Lorena and I, we don't even. There's times like we can't even meet up. So we're usually on the phone drinking our coffee or tea, talking,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? So it's like, hey, what's going? I'm good. What's going? Yeah, yeah. I'm doing this. Yeah, and that's our conversation, and we're just laughing, but we're still like, I think it's our moments like we're both washing the dishes, and we're like, yo, what are you doing? What's
Yeah,
going
I
on?
have a headphone
What's
there. I'm like,
happening?
yeah, yes, and then I'm cooking and I'm doing three things. But that's mom life, you know.
This is it.
Some
And then you have a moment when the kids interrupt. You're like, hold on. What is it? Yeah? Okay.
what?
Hold on a minute. Hold on. That's life though, you guys. That's the life for us. And
And imagine
would you
dating
know?
on top of all that. Whoosh.
Hey man.
Imagine dating on top of all that. For me, it is difficult. I asked the person I'm with, you sure you want to date me? Like, I'm unsure. And he's like, oh my God, here we go again. And I'm like, no, I just want to make sure that you ain't going to leave because I'm cooking or I'm taking care of the kids. And he's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
doing differently. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry for asking, you know? So you
This is
have
it.
to find that person when you're a single mom,
This
you
is
know?
it. This is it. Right now, I'm hearing the best stories from my patients. I love them to death. And one of the things they bring up is I had one patient today. There's a lot of conversation I'm not going to bring up in this thing because it's not appropriate for social media.
Yes.
But one of the things she told me was she had to go to a doctor for like she was doing a checkup and whatnot. And the
Uh-huh.
doctor's like, okay, I'm going to go nice and slow. Something with like he was checking the neck. He's like, I'm going to go nice and slow.
Uh-huh.
And then and he's like, I'm gonna be soft. And then she started laughing and she's like, well, it wouldn't be
Start
the first
laughing.
time. And I was like, you did not just say that to him. She's like, he was on the floor crying. He was he thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And
That's
I just I was in disbelief. I'm like, how old are you again? She's like in the 80s. And I'm like, okay. And I have another friend of mine who told me that what was it? What did she say? She had a patient who never talked. Everyone says she never talks. And then she just went up to say, "Hey, how's it going?" She's like, "I'm fine." And she's like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Oh, I'm looking at my PAB. I'm looking at my healthcare worker, the care
uh-huh.
aide." And she's like, "Why?" And she's like, "Oh, he has such a nice bottom. It's fantastic." And he comes into my room and I'm so happy to see him. And I was like,
So,
"What?"
so you
And
telling me that these people are more than 60, but they're still
they're
perverts?
still perverts,
I
100%.
love it. I
And
love it. I want to be
what
an old pervert.
what cuts the cake is that this yeah.
Excuse me, young man. I dropped my pen.
Can you go pick it up for me?
Please do, young man. I'm gonna be that old lady.
Oh my god! This is why you and I are best friends. This is how it works. You're like, yes. I'll be standing there saying,
We're
you got
gonna be
the
in
mirror
the
ready?
same
I got the
house.
mirror. No, we'll get the
What are we
mirror
gonna do?
position and then
We're
we'll
gonna be in the
angle
same
it so it's
house.
go all the mirrors so all the women in the senior home sees it. That's how you have to do it. Oh my God. No, but you know what? This is how, but this is the thing about love, you guys. It's like love and relationships. It doesn't matter if it's a partner, if it's friends, if it's family. Key points are know your love languages, know who you are, know the type of love that you know you deserve, and you are willing to open up your heart to receive that love. And number
Yes.
two, know when to compromise, but don't compromise who you are, and don't
Yes.
compromise your integrity to be with
What
someone. Not worth it.
you said, never change yourself. The
Never.
person you were before your relationship must continue during your relationship.
But not
Never
only
change.
continue, but
And
grow.
become
I think
better.
grow.
Exactly.
Yes.
Better. Grow
And
together.
this is where it comes with love. Always just continue being who you are, always open through love. And the main one out of everything, just have kindness. If you're with someone and you don't want to be with them, let them go. You are blocking their blessings from who they're meant to be with. Don't do that to them.
Yes,
And,
I agree.
because it's like, love is love at the end of the day. Oh, be kind. Be kind with it. These people too much drama. I
Be
can't deal with it.
kind,
Stop
be
it.
honest, and it could grow into such a beauty, you know?
Man, how did we become so like old and wise? I like
I don't know.
this vibe. I really like this vibe.
Yeah, it's fun, you know. I think we learn with experience.
Yes, we
And
do.
I think us as single mothers, I think we learn faster. I don't know.
I think we learn faster, but we're more stubborn.
Yeah.
So we're a little bit more resistant to accept it. Like we're open to it, but we're like we put a lot of resistance.
We're superwoman. I'm sorry. Like, where's my cape? Like, oh no, that's a hood. Sorry, but we're like superwoman. We got this. So we're
We
not
also
used to. We're not used to like, oh, let me handle this. But then when let me handle this comes, you're like, oh, wait, you want to help? Oh, okay. Let me open up to you. Open up, to the other person. See what they have to give. See what you can give. Contribute together. And like Naima says, grow together.
you grow like a tree, you guys. We grow into a tree. You could be your own tree, but whatever, grow
Oh
into a
look,
tree.
I've never done these parts.
No, it's
Is
it's
that how you
it's
do it?
like this.
I'm sorry, okay.
And then these Gen Z, they go like this. Oh, so hold up.
Oh, wait, where did you go? I can't see you.
I don't know how they do it. They do it like this, like some weird stuff. I don't know. No, that's a regular. No, but they do they. Oh, it's like I don't know
But
how they
this
do it.
new
They go
generation coming, I'm telling you, the guys in their 20s, I'm seeing difference. I'm seeing how they're treating their young girls. They're
very
opening
nice.
doors again.
Oh,
They're
very
bringing
nice.
them to restaurants. I heard a story. A coworker told me a story about Fast Fast. Her son brought his girlfriend to a date, the person
Mm.
he was dating with after a few months, and asked her on the date, "Would you be my official girlfriend?" Like a 20-year-old did that. It was like amazing.
But
Not
that's
even a
how you're
16 year
supposed
old
to.
does that. Yeah, yeah, but ask me. Go on these apps, okay? Before, when I was single, I went on these apps. You
Me
went on
too.
these apps.
Yeah, yeah.
These people are not like that, okay? You
I
tell them I
don't
want to
know.
go for a walk, and they're like, really? I thought you were joking. No, motherfucker. I'm sorry. No, I really wanted to go for a walk, okay? He's like, okay, because people don't really go for walks. And I'm like, oh, okay. So what do? They bang. I'm like, oh, no, I wanted a walk.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't know what a nightcap was. No joke. Someone's like, "Oh, you want to come up for a nightcap?" I actually thought, legit, I was like
Coffee?
21. I thought it was an ice cap. We're going to TBC an ice cap. And they're like, "No, a nightcap is like when you get intimate." I was like, "So we're not getting ice caps?"
So wait, you just met me and I gotta go do my thing with you? No, I'm not like
I was
that
like,
type
I
of girl.
got tricked.
Not every single mother, when they don't have their kids, wants to go, oh, what? No. You
Listen, we want to
understand?
sleep.
No.
We want to sleep. We
What
want
we
to pig
mostly
out.
do. That's what we mostly do.
Listen, I literally have a container of chocolate which I hide from my kid because these are my favorite chocolate, and if I don't hide it, he eats it. So, and I can't enjoy it. So what I do is I hide it. So when he hangs out with grandma, I'm in my PJs eating these chocolates because I've been waiting 2 months to have them. You know, with the movie, I've been waiting
Exactly.
2 months to watch in my
Exactly.
pajamas and stay in my bed for the whole day. That was like my highlight. Everyone's like, "Oh, how was your 2 days off?" I'm like,
Right?
phenomenal,
That's what
fantastic.
we do. You're so right
Yeah.
because I don't have my kids every 2 weekends, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you it restarted recently, and I'm so glad because I get to have my time for myself. And sometimes my boyfriend works at night, so I have my little cap on. I got my pajamas on, and I'm eating whatever I want to eat, watching that movie, and I'm happy. Even though the day before I say, yeah, I don't have kids, I'm going to go out, I'm going to
Yeah,
do this. No, not true. I'm home
it's not gonna
sleeping.
happen, you guys.
No.
In our mind, we hype ourselves up, and you get your outfit ready, you get
Mhm.
everything ready to go out, and then you look at it. To be honest,
The
when
day
someone I
comes,
had a friend's like,
the
let's go
event
out.
comes, and you're like,
No,
mm-mm.
it's not. But listen, last summer I had someone's like, let's go out. I got everything ready. I was excited. Okay, my son went out to his dad. Okay, summer vacation. I got my stuff ready. I was
Mm.
like, yes, I got 4 days off. I'm gonna party. I'm gonna have fun.
Nah.
Why was it that the minute they called, they're like, hey, we had to cancel because the venue closed down, something happened. Why was it that I got so happy to go put my pajamas back on
Right?
when under the covers or some Korean food? I was so happy.
Or it's like when you make plans with your friends and you're like, yeah, we're going to go. Yeah. And you're like, oh, damn it. And you're hoping that the other person cancels and the other person calls you. It's like, yeah, so I'm going to cancel. And you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's okay. I understand. You hang up. You're like,
It's cool.
yes.
No, but the thing is with us though, it's like you want to go. You
No.
want
At least we're
to you
honest,
want to
you
go.
know?
We're super
At least
honest with
we're
each other.
honest.
We're just like you want to. I don't want
Nah,
to. Okay,
forget it
bye.
next
And
time.
they were like, okay,
Exactly.
bye. Okay, bye. like
And you don't
like I
take
don't
it
want to go.
bad. You don't take it bad. I don't take it bad, you know? And that's real friendship.
That's
Because I
how
had
it works.
girls in the past where pre-children, I used to cancel a lot pre-children. I must say, I must apologize to those who are looking online. If I canceled on you in the past, that was the old Lorena, you know? So, I would cancel last minute. It was a bad thing. Now I
Okay.
don't. And I lost friends like that because they would get angry. They would get very angry that I would cancel last minute. They wouldn't understand. And even I had friends with
Mm-hmm.
children when I had kids and they still didn't understand. So when you find a friendship like you and I, which is rare, you have to keep it because friendships are like relationships, you might have good times, you might have a little squibble, but you talk about it and then, everything's fine. You
Mm-hmm.
understand each other, you help each other. And that's the beauty of love and relationships.
This is how it works, you guys. And it's like it's not. I think it's in your own mindset when you make love complicated. It's not really complicated because if you already loved yourself and you have that understanding and kindness within you, I think it's the complicated part is out of fear
Hmm.
because it's the vulnerability of if I love this person, if I be their friend, are they gonna stay my friend or are they gonna like walk away? That's the
Hmm.
two. That's a thing that people don't realize. And like, don't get me wrong, me, I lost so many friends when I went through my divorce, when I moved to Montreal, when I had my son. I lost a lot of friends because people were like, "Oh, there's too much drama in your life." But why you want to be involved in my drama, first of all? Like,
No,
I don't
I'm
even know.
sorry. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you in that. I don't like
Yeah.
people when,
Mm.
you gone through your things and people said those things to you, and people tend to also leave us when we get separated. You've noticed?
A
You
hundred
notice that when
percent.
you're in a relationship, this is what happens.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
gonna say
She's
it.
got break
Okay?
down, you guys. Let's go.
Okay, so you're in a relationship with a person. So they have friends. You got friends. Together, you got friends. But together, after so many years together, okay,
Mm.
you separate. What happens to those friends around? Those
They
friends
start picking
around,
sides.
they start choosing sides. And
Mhm.
that is wrong. To those who chose sides, you're very wrong because you don't know all the stories, okay? So you should never choose sides because these people that were together, they had their
Mhm.
issues between themselves. The issues weren't with the people around.
Right.
So I disagree with the people around that choose sides, but that's on them. That's when you know that they weren't really your friends,
They
right?
weren't really.
They
No,
weren't
that's how
really
it works.
your
Hmm.
friends. And as a single mom, oh my God, you get abandoned by everyone. Like everyone thinks for some reason we're the bad people. And in some cases, it's not. You understand? And
Hmm.
it's not fair because you abandon a mother with children. You understand? And that's when when we separate as singles mom, that's when we need our friends. And to those who stuck by us, thank you. Those who believed in us and those who saw what we went through, Thank you.
Mhm.
Because it's hard
Mhm.
on us. It's hard, but we survived,
We
you know? We
did. And you
survived.
know
I
what?
have a lot of
We really
stories in my inbox that, moms have told me their stories, and it's not just me that went through that. When another mother tells me these stories, I'm like, really? You too went through that? We
Mhm.
should talk about these things, because we shouldn't be left alone. Not at
No,
all.
we shouldn't be at all. And I think it's what I agree with you 100%. And it's funny though, because now like just thinking about it as you were explaining and you're talking about it,
Hmm.
that yes, I lost a lot of friends and I even lost like family to it too. I mean, right now we're good, but I mean, I think in the beginning I was trying to understand why at that moment, right?
Yeah.
And also with the friends picking side, I never understood that either because I'm like, we were friends first. Like, if it's like if you're gonna pick sides, come on, dude. Like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
And it's funny though because it's like you waited when it's like a few years later. I notice now, a few years later, everybody saw the real picture and the real
Oh,
story, and they're like, "We
oh
never
yeah.
knew that." And I'm like, "Mm-hmm." I said, "But I said it, but you didn't, you know." But
You
I
didn't
think now
listen.
it's, but
We just
we're
watching
just
for you to see the
watching
truth.
quietly
We're
and
just
see,
watching and like,
and it's like whatever's gonna come out of it, we're like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, bye."
yeah,
You deal
I've
with
been
your
there,
stuff.
done that.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
I think, but you know what? Like we were saying, everything's a learning experience,
Yes.
and just understanding it. And I'm thankful because I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for so many people who stuck by me all these years and said, "Hey, man, you crazy, but you good." I'm like,
Yes.
I'll take it. Sure, let's go with
Yes.
that.
Me too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I was like,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Next.
They see the good in us. That's the good part,
I think that's
They
the
see.
important part. Yeah, yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's very dry in here. I apologize, but I like my lips moisturized. Can't have no cracked
Listen,
lips.
it's okay. Me, I'm blowing my nose. I can't even. I think I finally caught this cold that was going around at work. It hit me now.
I think
Everybody else is healed, but it's
you have
okay.
to take care of
It's
yourself.
okay. I'm gonna do Neon Citron, Power, and Vicks, and watch me tomorrow. I'll be healed by
Vicks
the miracle.
feet. On the feet,
Yeah,
I heard it's good. On the feet with some
on the
socks.
feet with
Yeah.
socks. Yeah, or
Also
and
here,
you, yeah, there, and also believe it or not, under the arms too,
What?
because you have lymph nodes here. Yeah,
Really?
you put it
Oh, I
under
didn't know.
because you have lymph nodes. You have lymph nodes. You
So you
massage it in there, and then you
basically
bundle it.
smell like a whole Vicks. That's
Yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah,
say. Oh,
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. You're gonna smell great, but the only thing is my cat. Her poor face is watering. She's like, and there's like tears. I'm like, I feel bad because she wants to sleep beside me, but
Mhm.
she's gonna still do it. Even if I have the Vicks, she'll still come to me. I was like, you're not gonna live by the end of the night, but she still comes. That's right there. I saw pure dedication. I'm like, that's pure love right there. You know, she knows it's
That's
gonna
so
kill her, but she's
cute.
gonna still. There's cats for you, man. I don't know. This one's a rescue, but it's funny though. She's a rescue. She was abused.
But
She
she's
wouldn't let anybody
good.
pick her.
She's good to you, huh? You have a
No,
good cat. No?
she's very good. And the thing is like she's been with us 3.5 years now. Now she's playing, she's meowing, like she's loud. When she first came, hiding, quiet, timid, no noise. I didn't even know when she was meowing. Meowing was when she opened her mouth. And I said, "Are you meowing? Is that a noise? What's coming out?" So now she's like running around, happy as a clam. Now she greets people at the door. Like, what kind of advertisement do you want, Kat? This is what I tell her. Who are you advertising? She comes to the door because she wants to know who's at the door, and she'll sit there, like saying, "Hi, welcome to my house. This is not your house."
She's so adorable. She's part of the family now.
She's part of the family. But it's
Feels
but
comfortable.
I'm relating her to anybody who comes from trauma. You see, this is a cat. So much trauma, and she
But you gave
flourished.
her love. You gave her love and everything, and look how she changed.
And that's with the person. It doesn't matter, single parent, any kind of single parent, single mom, single dad, anybody. When somebody dealt with so much trauma, you and if you don't understand why they're not recovering from the trauma, ask yourself, are they in the right environment? Are
Yes.
that's the one question. Are they in the right environment? I do this with at work, especially with having a lot of patients. Well, the floor I used to be on was behavioral and last stages of Alzheimer's dementia with behavioral and aggressive issues. And a lot
Mhm.
of the things that we had to focus on was when they came, they had a whole bunch of triggers. We had to figure out what the triggers was, build up a routine, and be
Wow.
patient with them. A lot of the times they stay with us,
Mhm.
they go back home, or they go to another facility, like a day facility, where the family will drop them off for the day and then bring them home, right?
Mhm.
So, but we got rid of the aggression. Why? It's finding the safe zone. What is their safe zone? How do we initiate the safe zone, right?
Mhm. Exactly.
This is it. So a lot of the traumas can be, some of them were in war. So hearing sounds of things falling to the floor reminds them that they're in the, they're back in the day, back
They're-
in the war, right? It's triggers. Another one, water. Another
Me?
one, um, yeah, because we have some from the concentration camp.
Oh, wow.
So when they
Okay.
hear, when they see the hose, they freak. So this is where instead of giving them a shower, we would give them
A bath,
a
a
bath.
sponge bath.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is where it's like you have to, but you see, people don't realize you can't just force people to do what you need to do. You have to work with them to understand the approach of what is the triggers, what is it that what are they fighting,
Mhm.
what are their needs. Once you figure that out, you're never gonna have issues or problems with people.
Thank you. Like you said, in relationships, that's exactly the same
A
way.
hundred
You know,
percent.
the person that has the trauma gets with a person that doesn't have the trauma. That person that doesn't have the trauma needs to understand that sometimes, after being in a traumatic relationship, your next relationship is the most difficult one
A hundred
because
percent.
you're gonna see triggers of your of your other relationship, and you're gonna try to find problems in your relationship that there's none, okay, because you're so used to the trauma and everything.
It's
But
yeah.
if that person that's calm shows you and is patient with you and everything, then you start seeing things differently, then you start calming yourself inside you, if the person
Exactly.
accepts you how you are,
Mhm.
you start changing, you start being a different person. But that person has to be patient, and you also have to want to work on your trauma, because you can't come with, okay, I
People.
got trauma and everybody got to accept me. No,
That's
no, that's
not how it
that's not
works, you
how life
guys.
is.
It's
No,
it's
you have to
patience.
change.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, you have to learn
Mm-hmm.
from your experience,
Mm-hmm.
because every relationship, whether it was shit or not, whether you spend 6 months with the person or 13 years with the person, the reality is that you have to work on your issues, because we all have issues from relationship through relationship with relationship, and you can't go and just throw your problems to the other person. No,
Nope, it's
work
not fair.
on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Work on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself.
I
Become
agree.
better. Love yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
then you will be able to have a healthy relationship.
100% agree right there. Well said. Well put. It's just, but the key thing though is right there is it's one of the key importance though, you guys, in all of
Mhm.
this communication.
Yeah,
You got to talk.
exactly.
People can't read your mind. People can't read your mind. They don't know what is going in here. So this is where, but I get it though. When you went through a lot of trauma, it is hard to communicate and articulate that, because you're like, how do I put this together? How do I get this out in a way that I'm not being rude or unkind to my partner, right? Because your partner, like
Exactly.
you're saying, they're very calm, they're very put together, but at the same time, you're like, okay, hold up.
Push
Like,
it.
how do I say this in a way that they're going to listen to me, right? Like, so
Exactly.
and I think one of the biggest things about this is that you have to remember,
Mhm.
for a man, if they're with you, you know the reason why? It's because you feel like home. This is you're their safe space automatically. That's it. For a woman, we just want to be seen. It's simple as that. We just want to be seen. We want to feel like we're the most important person in the world for you. That's it. So, but you see how man, they
Little
want to feel
things,
like they're home. Women, we want to feel important and we want to feel seen. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's
And
like
Some men just want a nice meal at home, like you said, and they feel comfortable,
And
as simple as that, ladies. We and they can do little simple things like bring a flower, time to time. I don't know, you know.
or even just notice and say, "Hey, you got your hair done? It looks great."
That's
You're like,
it,
"Yeah,
or if
thank
you go
you."
to a store and you think that if you're thinking of your other person, get something that they like. I don't know, their favorite drink or their favorite chocolate. It doesn't. You don't have to be
Consideration.
all extravagant and oh my god, I'm gonna buy you a Pandora this and this. No,
Guys,
no,
stop
you don't
doing stupid
have
things.
to.
Stop.
Exactly. Just be normal. Little tiny details can go very far in a relationship. In any relationship.
100%, 100%. Listen, you guys, so it's getting late. Lorena,
Yes.
thank you for coming in our first 2024 Love and Relationship panel.
Yes.
This is how we roll.
Yes.
If you
This
guys
is
have
the real
questions,
Neima and the real Lorena. So this is what you
we're
get.
getting as real. This is it. We're getting as real and as ugly and as like bold faded
Mm-hmm.
everything as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, you guys have any questions or whatnot you guys want to want to bring up or ask questions, you guys can DM me at NazMimi and you can DM Lorena Licious.vsg. And also, this IGTV will be posted on the Instagram live, so you guys can post your
Mm-hmm.
questions on the bottom. And when we go live next time, God willing, we
Yes.
can grab your guys' questions and we're like, yes, what you got? Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes, please. All those moms that have told me, Lorena, when you go online, I'm going to speak. It's your time. Go. If you want to do it anonymously, fine. We'll do it anonymously. But go speak. Those stories that you've told me, talk about them. It's time, girls.
Um,
It's time.
it's time to speak up because we need to express what is really going on and where, you know what? Especially with inflation and things coming up, this
Mhm.
is the time we need to speak and make this. We got to show that, you know, we are all struggling. We are doing our best under the circumstance.
Yes.
Yet we cannot be unkind to one another. We need one another to be strong and to uplift one another to do better and be successful.
Yes.
This is how it works, you guys. So
Yes.
either you're with us.
Or-
I'm not going to say nothing negative because I'm like, you guys are automatically with us, so I can't really be mean.
She's very positive. But those who know me is, yay!
She
If you
knows.
love
I'm
me,
like, I
if
can't
you
be mean.
don't, it's fine.
That's how it is.
But I'm very
Okay, love
happy
you,
that
girl. Bye,
everyone's here.
everybody. Have a beautiful night. Bye.